All right, what's good, y'all? Now, apparently, high school star, I'll call him the high school star, Mikey Williams, has just received his first contract. And apparently, other amateur athletes are going to be getting paid very nicely while they're still in high school, possibly even college. So let's check this out.
Since the passing of legislation allowing amateur athletes to profit off of their name, image, and likeness, we've seen a number of college athletes signing big money endorsement deals, including high school basketball prospect Mikey Williams, who signed a deal with Excel that is expected to generate millions for the student athlete.
Now, when it comes to Mikey Williams, understand this. He's not ranked. He's not ranked first. I think he's in the top 10, like 8 or 9. But people aren't going to like this again. I don't see a Mikey Williams being someone that's going to be a superstar in the league or something like that. To me, it seems as though his game has peaked almost. When you watch him his freshman year versus up to now, he plays practically the same. Does the same dunks, still ball hogs, takes a bunch of threes. Like Mikey Williams, he's a hooper. He's not a basketball player yet. It doesn't seem like he's going to mature to one. At least for now, it doesn't seem like he's going to mature to one at all, really. He might make it to college. Or shoot, he might even sign one of those G League contracts when it's his time, but I don't see him being a star in the league. And if he does make it, he'll probably be someone like a Jalen Hands or something like that. Ever seen one of those guys on those mixtapes? They can do all these dunks, do this and that, going between the legs, jumping over people. When they get to the league, it's a different story. You barely hear about them. I think that's how Mikey is. So Mikey, he's not someone that looks like he truly loves basketball to me. Seems more like he's just doing it for the fame and attention. Heck, I could be wrong. He may prove me wrong.
RC, do you like, love, or hate these big paydays for amateur athletes?
I absolutely love it. I mean, because not everybody gets an opportunity to make it to the pros. And even some of these kids that you
Oh, yeah. One other thing. I don't mind this, but when Mikey Williams talking about, oh, man, I got it out the mud, man. I got it out the mud. Man, I didn't know where my next meal would be. I live in a 2-3 story house. Has 200 pairs of shoes or more. Has his own basketball court, etc. I want to hear, oh man, I got it out the mud, man. I got it out the mud. Like, people like that don't embrace who they are, they're just doing stuff for attention.
that you see like a Mikey Williams or Bryce, who's now going to be the starting quarterback for the Alabama Crimson Tide. It's not guaranteed that they get to the NBA. It's not guaranteed that they make it to the NFL or that they're first round picks. And so if they have an opportunity to profit right now, to change their family circumstances, their circumstances right now, then why not? Especially if they're going to be separate entities or entities that they play under that make money using them, that make money using their likeness, that make money selling tickets because people are coming to see their talents. And so to me, this was a great decision by the NCAA or by the government that forced the NCAA into this. If you're a guy like Mikey Williams, who has a million Instagram followers, who is one of the most highly sought after social media.
See that? You got a million Instagram followers. This man got more followers than the NBA players, bro. Let's think about that. This man has more followers than the NBA players. That's why he has such a big ego. Yeah, and if you're a Mikey Williams fanboy, I don't... just leave the video if you're a fanboy. But if you're someone trying to listen to objective content, keep going.
High school athletes in the world, and you can use this to have an opportunity to put money in your pocket, to put money in your bank account, then absolutely you should do it. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. All these athletes have this today. They're blown out knees, they're bad situations, they're terrible circumstances. And so to see some of these young men have an opportunity to capitalize, there is no way as a former student athlete that I would ever say this is a bad thing.
No, it's a great thing, and I love the situation for the simple fact that now it's not only just making money to put in your account for now, but some of these guys are going to make life changing money, right? That like this is the problem that I have with guys not being able to come out of high school no more, right? You're able to start jobs, you're able to.
I mean, I know where Perkins is gonna go with this, but if you have to be something special to come out of high school, at least to me. Like if it's a Zion Williamson come out of high school, okay, I can see that. A lot of these people don't know how to play basketball coming out of high school. They just know how to hoop. And then that leads to people getting washed away or going down to the G League or something after their second or third year because they don't know how to play actual basketball.
Able to start working at the age of 16. Why do you have to go through a certain step of process if you're ready to go start a job? But here it is. I'm just upset. I'm highly
Like,
upset.
like even someone like an Armani Bates, if you put him in the league now, he's not going to perform that well because he's not a basketball player. He just knows how to hoop. Like even when you look at his percentages, he's shooting low. I want to say it was 30, like from three or something like that. And Monty Bates, and he's the best player in the class of 2022. Like he's not NBA. Like a lot of these high schoolers aren't NBA ready. Especially someone like him, even physically, you can see that he's too skinny.
Upset that I was born too early because I was one of those highly recruits, and I went to Mikey Williams games before. My sons play AAU right now, and they don't look up to LeBron James. They don't look up to Kevin Durant. They don't look up to Russell Westbrook. They look up to Mikey Williams. When I went to his game, it was.
Unless you're a little kid, bruh. You look at the Mikey. Unless you're like a little kid, you look at the Mikey Williams, man. But a lot of these dudes are competing with Mikey Williams. Like, and what's crazy? People are gonna like this again. Mikey isn't even that good. People aren't gonna like this. He's not that good, man. Like I remember this. He was playing an AU game. This man gonna talk about shut the gym down after he does like a windmill, a between the legs dunk. This man is down by 30 and he's talking about shut the gym down, shut the gym. Like what? Talking as if this dude is good, man. Like if you're down, the purpose of basketball I thought was to win. Now dudes just do anything for highlights. That's all they care about. Flashy plays and highlights.
It was so crazy to see how kids from the age of 9 through 16 were acting like this is their hero. So to watch this happen and for the landscape to change and for these guys to get paid is a tremendous thing to see because I was in those trenches. I was part of the Texas basketball when me and Chris Bosh went head to head at the University of Texas, still to this day hold the record for the biggest crowd ever in UIL history, and we didn't get a dime. And I know they made a whole lot of money off of us. And me and Chris Bosh were the top 2 recruits in the state of Texas at the time. So to watch this happen right before our eyes I'm happy for Mikey Williams and all the kids that are coming too. As soon as we get off of air, I'm going to train with my kids to make sure that they're going to be ready to make the life-changing money so I don't have to
Double
work
sessions, triple sessions. First gonna come out there, get your Gatorade ready.
Yeah, whether it's Bryce Young or Mikey Williams, or if it's a kid that has an opportunity to set up a situation where he has relationships if he doesn't make it to the league. So many of these kids and so many of this has been focused on money, but it also should be focused on opportunity. It also should be focused on putting yourself in conversations with the correct people in the right rooms in order to further yourself as you grow, right? To give you other opportunities at careers. I have a son who is in college now, who I can be honest, he doesn't necessarily need to go out and try to make the most money he can make. So his mom and we all sat down and I said, what do you want to do when football ends? And those are the relationships you should be seeking. Those are the relationships that should be important to you.
I agree with that, sir. Definitely 100% agree with that. So I see a lot of NFL players go broke because they don't know what they want to do after after they leave the NFL.
Those are the calls, those are the emails, those are the conversations that you should be having. And so, is it not absolutely excellent that these guys can make money, right? And like in Mikey Williams' situation, life-changing money, absolutely. But it is now giving athletes the opportunity to kind of recoup some of the things they miss when they're doing the athlete part of the student thing. Because while they're at practice, while they're traveling for games, these other people are having opportunities. These other people are having opportunities to start their careers.
I mean, again, I'm not even trying to show shots, but is Mikey really a student, like a student athlete? More or less just an athlete or celebrity star at this point to me. Because no, Mikey's the type of person to have people do his homework, man. Or his teacher's just going to pass him just because he's popular, he's famous. Let's be real. Anyways, that's my take on this. So peace.